Smeghog. It's been a while since I've done a silly YouTube video, but you won't be disappointed with this one. Or maybe you will, I don't know. Friday Night Funkin' is a game. Wow, really? Now I'm not exactly a rhythm game connoisseur, but I think this game is pretty cool. Not my favorite game of all time, but I like it for what it is. FNF is pretty cool. Yeah. And with any popular thing, people want to cash in on its success for that sweet boobla. And one of them channels is a name you might have never thought you'd hear again. GameToons.
I hate math! Numbers aren't even real!
Because in ye old 2021, GameToons were like, damn, this rhythm game seems to be blowing up and everyone seems to like it. Let's capitalize on it! And before that, GameToons was actually pretty decent quality-wise. Not animation-wise or anything, it's not the particularly high art or anything. But their pre-FNF videos were actually pretty enjoyable. I'll say that pre-FNF Among Us Logic was actually pretty good, and I stand by that. People were saying that GameToons was kind of dying before FNF, but that was doing alright. But then, April 8th, 2021, a day that will live in infamy. A day where GameToons would upload a certain video that would change everything.
Alright, here we go. Friday Night Funkin'. Apparently this game is supposed to be amazing.
And just like that, a series began. A series that began their drop in quality. A series consisting of low effort writing, baffling creative choices, characters that I would boot into the endless filler, and little to no fun. Friday Night Funkin' Logic.
You do realize that you're gonna get destroyed, right?
And just like that, the quality went down the job. Yeah, this series wasn't very well received with GameToons' older fans that stuck around since the beginning, calling the series cringe, which is a word many have described the series as. I mean, they're not wrong, and ever since FNF, they kind of fell off a bit. But I'm gonna do the unthinkable. I'm gonna watch the entire series and give you my thoughts on some of the highlights. I don't know if I'll survive this, but here we go. One painful web series later.
I hate my life!
This series was bad. And not in a I'd rather have a diarrhea dog take a lava dump all over the screen way. At least 60% of the time. I just felt empty and dead inside after watching it. Like, after I finished watching it, I literally had to take a break from writing this video because I just felt empty and tired. But let's ignore that and just press on. Starting with... First FNF Logic was released back in April of 2021. I would know this because I mentioned it earlier. And it's kinda crazy looking back how simple episode 1 is and how backcrap insane things get later. So basically, FNF Logic follows player. Yeah, this really great guy. And the first episode has our boy going through the first 3 weeks of the base game. If the game looked like trash! Look, I get why they stylized everyone here to make everybody resemble various GameToons characters, but do you expect me to accept Veteran Pico with that haircut? Get out of here. Also, girlfriend looks smegging ugly in the first 4 episodes. Like, why they just didn't use the original designs from the start when they literally started doing that in episode 4 and onwards is anyone's guess. Like, just look at the thumbnail. It's just flat out lying. Oh yeah, I was talking about the first episode, wasn't it? And how is it? Nah. It's definitely not the worst of the series, but I don't think it's the best either. But I am willing to excuse it because, well, it's the first one. They hadn't really planned to milk this game to death yet. The player is incredibly annoying yet, which is probably the best part of this episode. The jokes don't go on for 800 years. The part where Pico shoots player 87 million times was pretty epic. This joke was kind of funny.
Not even in the slightest.
So yeah, FNF Logic 1 is pretty mid, but I'd rather it be mid than a crime against humanity. But compared to Among Us Logic and GameToons' other series before this, yeah, this kind of blows. But quality didn't seem to matter to them anymore because this video did really, really well. After the monstrous success of the first FNF Logic, GameToons were like, damn! iPad children sure do like our new FNF video! Let's book the game to sports to death! Because after this episode, their quality kinda started degrading a bit. And then a bit more. And then a bit more. And then a bit more. And then a bit more.
Me, player. Me love you.
Yeah, GameToons had an epiphany and realized, well, our fans are cool, but it'd be cool if we had $1 billion! So they kinda stopped trying a bit. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I I think some of these episodes from about mid-2021, before the summer vacation episode, is where it kind of peaked in my opinion. Oh, there's still stinkers in there. Yes, absolutely. The fan club episode and the anime episode are really bad. Also, Vocaloid and Doki Doki on anime. Why do you lie? And some episodes just put me to sleep. But I think some of them were alright. Like, they're not good or anything. I can sit through them without wanting to explode. And that's a huge win. But the reason this series is so hard to talk about for me is just how repetitive and uneventful it is. Okay, so the basic structure of most of these early episodes is player and girlfriend end up in an F&F pod. The character from the mod shows up. Rap battle happens. There's a very entertaining antics go down. Another rap battle. The stakes are I almost said raised. What? The stakes are raised a bit by something climactic happening. A final rap battle happens, and the episode ends with an incredibly abrupt ending. Do you see the problem? And because most of these episodes have this structure, it leads to them be really boring. One of my Twitter mutuals said that the series was mind-draining, and I can't help but agree with them. Okay, to be fair, not all the episodes are like this. Some have multiple different mods in one episode. Some have like 2 or 1 songs, or hell, no songs at all. But I know what you're thinking. Miggle the Smeghog. Why are some of these episodes based on Friday Night Funkin', a music video game, not have any music segments that are just something random? The answer to that is maybe GameToons needed to come up with something F&F related, and there was like no popular mods at the time. I don't smeg know. They need to make money off this game, its modding community somehow. Okay, enough yapping. Let's actually go some. Okay, enough yapping. Let's go over some moments in episodes I thought were noteworthy. This joke in the first corruption episode was kind of funny.
Say no more. I know what I have to do.
So, you're just gonna leave me here to die? Yes.
I like bringing it up because I don't know where else to mention it. Also shown that Lemon Demon can corrupt guys with his pits. I need to take a shower. Also, this episode's confirmed that girlfriend has a cat named Bubsy. I wonder where she got that name from!
After Beelzebub.
Is that somebody I should know about, or?
The Dark One. Prince of Evil.
Oh. For a second I thought it was from someone else. Also, this scene.
Me too.
Bros. Like, actually? Same.
Alright, let's actually talk about one of the episodes. This is a good reference because this is a reference to Sonic Adventure 2, and the guy who made Agati is a Sonic fan, and this is a good reference because the Agati episode is definitely one of the better episodes of the series. Don't like that saying much, but it's fine and it follows the mod decently. My problem is, once again, pacing. In classic F&F Logic fashion, most of the episode's substance is just exposition, filler dialogue, or jokes that are just dragged on forever. And most of the jokes in this episode are just Sonic references. And if you're thinking that, oh, it's referencing a thing I like, I have to like it because it referenced the thing I liked. Shut up! Like, the Sonic Adventure 2 battle reference was cute. I like that. But player and girlfriend going along about, lol, this dude looks like Knuckles in Shadow. And they just kept dragging it, and dragging it, and dragging it, because lol, the reference you were funny! The only other reference jokes in here are the Peter Griffin pose at the Shock Pikachu face, which I'll admit were a little bit funny. Like, I don't mind reference humor as long as they don't drag it for too long. They dragged it for too long. Okay, I don't really know how to segue to the next topic, so let's talk with animation. Yet, it don't look great. The characters look blatantly traced from the game sprites. The character rigging is not great, but GameToons animation has never been super great, even in their peak, so I can somewhat excuse this. What I can't excuse is in the Baldi's Basics episode, where in one shot, and one shot only, they blatantly drew player shoes wrong as just never again. This is the best series ever made. So yeah, the animation ain't great. But there was an animator who worked on F&F Logic and some of the music videos, which I will not be talking about because I could not be bothered, known as Fez Escalante. I really hope I pronounced that right. And his work on the series is genuinely really great. Like, it's so fluid and consistently on model, it's crazy. Billions must stay on model, AVGN. I just want to shout out this guy because his work is great and he deserves it. Okay, enough glazing. But aside from Fez, there are some moments of really good character animation. They're not groundbreaking or anything, but they're cool. I think this one of Shaggy's pretty good. This one where player uses playtime as a bowling ball is pretty legendary. Someone behind the scenes thought that was very funny. And I don't blame him for that, I could probably do something like that too. Also, there was a bit where player gets pelted by dodgeballs at a random spanner. That bit was my favorite. There's clearly talented people behind this series, and I don't want to gloss over that. Okay, I kind of drifted off topic. Let's actually continue talking about the series. If I told you that an F&F animation started with Boyfriend, basically going, "Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got myself in this situation," like the Sonic movie, would you believe me? Exactly. But I mean, to be honest, this segment is probably 10 times more funny and creative than most of the episode. Why? Because this episode is my armpits. Firstly, Player, my beloved. After episode 4, I guess GameToons just decided to make Player the worst character of all time. He's annoying. He's selfish. He's not funny. He's overpowered. Why is his microphone teleported? He's a massive gooner. He's a jerk to everyone he talks to. He makes very questionable comments.
I don't know what you're complaining about. You're literally a demon. You should feel right at home here.
You what?
I don't know why this man even has a fan club because he got good at a game. When he acts like this, look, I beat a game. Do I get a fan club now? And in this episode, he just acts like a complete cow to everyone just so a plot can happen. Like, this dude didn't even write anything on that paper when he gave it to Sans. It spelled like pasta correct, but actually it's spelled like this in Amogus. Coming from the guy who's actually played Among Us as one of the first things he did. He makes fun of Andrew's very swag getup, but when Girlfriend gets rightly upset about it, he just doesn't understand.
Player, I don't really like the way you're treating the mods.
What do you mean?
Is he stupid? Am I getting too heated over a content farm version of a character that doesn't exist? Yeah, but am I supposed to pretend he's cool? No, I can do whatever I want, no one can stop me. And the only explanation is fangirls that I'm pretty sure tried to kill him. I mean, to be fair, all these other guys that are supposed to be his fans did try to kill him too. But, so, and he only accepts their autographs because he's a gooner.
You have to choose right now. Me or them. Wow.
Wait, girlfriend, come back. I was just kidding.
I hate this guy so much. And of course he gets kidnapped. And Girlfriend saves him because, of course, and an epic fight goes down. Why is she running in circles like Sonic? Why is she crossing her off? But oh no, Pliers is about to die. He died.
Hey.
Also ends on a cliffhanger that never gets touched upon again. Oh yeah, the second corruption video also ends on a cliffhanger that doesn't get resolved. Oh, well, that's a bit unfortunate, don't you think? Okay, that episode is poopy doopy and I didn't like it. But let's go down and watch what I think is objectively the best episode of F&F Logic. Logic? That's all word. But let's cool down and watch what I think is the objectively best episode of F&F Logic. Nay, the greatest GameToons video in the history of the universe. And it's based on the one, the only, versus Ron the Cool Guy.
I hate Girlfriend. She's stupid and ugly, and I am cool.
Okay, so the best F&F Logic of all time is obviously based on the epicest F&F mod of all time, versus Bob.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Now, as we all know, versus Bob is comedy gold. So how do you adapt such thrilling writing and thought-provoking moments into super big budget animation? What you do is take the dialogue and make it less edgy.
Ender pearls from Minecraft? Cause you still look like Dream.
But don't fret. I wrote don't fret in the script because it still has this dialogue that brings a tear to my eye.
You insult the great Bob.
Okay, jokes aside, this actually adapts the mod more faithfully than I expected. So everybody's saying, "Grah! GameToons got the lore of Mouse AVI wrong." No, they didn't get the epic lore wrong. They just mostly do. Also, the Mouse AVI video got deleted and I can't find it anywhere. Where is it? But I do think this episode is actually pretty decent. Sure, it's got many of GameToons staples, it's got the cringe dialogue that wasn't from the mod, so therefore it sucks. Player's still here, and I want to boot him. The joke's getting dragged once again. All the edgy jokes are gone because once again this is F&F for iPad children and not cool people like me. The animation looking goofy as ever, but honestly, this is the only F&F Logic I thought was above average. You know why? Because of this guy! Ron, my beloved man, is the greatest character in all of F&F mod history, and it's logically the best character in the series, because he's epic. And he's also cool. Also, the scene with him and Player rapping is just peak fiction, and you know I'm right. And the worst part is that everyone thinks he's annoying.
I feel no sorrow in his passing.
I will give you the boot! This is the most unfocused video I've ever done. I am sorry, and my mouth tastes awful. Also, during some of the episodes, a sponsor will happen. Yeah, I'm not joking. Basically, either Senpai or Daddy Dearest go, "Hello, I'm Spons," but with none of the sauce. I just yap about whatever epic sponsor they got to sponsor them. Yeah. And it happened more frequently than you might think. If I had to hear Daddy Dearest tell me about Raid Shadow Legends one more time, I'm gonna rip my legs off. So yeah, this early phase of F&F Logic was fine. And fine is a very strong word in my opinion. It adapted the mods decently, they weren't painful to sit through. mostly. And yeah, there were definitely some stickers in there, and some, moments. But episode 6 to 21 is where it peaked. Not saying much, but only 7 episodes ended up in the okay tier. Aside from Versus Bob, because it's peak fiction. But they haven't gone crazy just yet. You know what they did? Yeah, that about sums it. You know what? I can't resist about talking about them anymore. Let's go back a bit. Yeah, we really need to talk about these thumbnails because what? Yeah, I have absolutely no idea what they were cooking, conceptualizing these thumbnails. Because what? Why? What? Some of these are perfectly fine. Some of them are just kind of boring, and most of them made me wish I didn't have eyes. But then you got Flippy setting player on fire, based. But it doesn't matter because all of these thumbnails cower before the Minecraft Logic thumbnail. What is this? Okay, back on track. What happened? This is where things took a turn for the worse. The idea just kept getting more uninspired. Like if you have original ideas for a series based on something you like, that's fine. But some of these are just so generic, like zombies. Okay, player becomes a werewolf twice. Okay, fine. Player smegging dies. Okay, that's pretty cool. No. Just, okay, no, and no. Okay, you know what? Is there anything worth watching for this period? Well, the Stickman one is actually pretty decent, because it actually adapts the bod almost one-to-one, with an error where they couldn't even adapt versus Sonic EXE, but I'll get to that. I say almost, because once again, it's got pretty slow pacing and player is once again a complete idiot, and I hate him, and he's stupid. I don't like him. He's a speghead. He wears his underwear backwards, but he did the meme face, so that kind of makes up for it. Oh yeah, still in the episode from late 2021 I liked. Most of the episodes from this period of time I either just got bored by, or I just straight up couldn't sit through because I hated them so much. Like, I saw that baby fart and I knew this episode's fate was sealed. Also, the werewolf ones were really bad, the summer vacation one was bad, the imposter one was alright, I guess, the gender swap one was just annoying to sit through. I don't know, for creepypasta one had player become evil when he touched the killer's knife. I mean, that's, like, funny, I guess. Man, I kinda wish I had more to say on most of these, but I don't really know much about most of the older mods, and the original ideas just make me die of cringe. I mean, the only old FNF mod I had attachment to was... Wait a minute.
I am Sonic.exe. I was brought to life on an evil CD.
Okay, time for the ones you've probably been waiting for. The Versus Sonic EXE episodes. These are some of the most popular and infamous episodes of the series for 2 reasons. 1, it's Sonic EXE. 2, they're completely unhinged. As the disgruntled Sonic EXE nerd. Great name, I know. I think I hit the damn jackpot with a lot to talk about. So, let's do this thing, starting with... We begin, and I'm already questioning my sanity.
Well, if by made it, you mean put all my Sonic Mania files into my Friday Night Funkin' folder by mistake...
Well, that's not how you mod a game. Is he stupid? The player and girlfriend yap forbidden. It's Super Mario! Then our girlfriend starts glazing Sonic and how epic he is. I mean, he is pretty cool.
He's so free-spirited and laid back. Not to mention
Ah, she really does talk like a Sonic fan, eh? But it turns out, it wasn't Snoik. It was... Okay. Top 10 ways to introduce your villain character. Skip to number 1. Flippin' SpongeBob close-up looking... Okay, but seriously, why does he have acne and snot coming out of his nose? Stop reminding me of myself. And then, an epic rap battle of history happens. You can tell it's epic because their mouths aren't even moving. That's how skilled they are. Also, they just don't animate Xeno's mouth when he's speaking. Look, if you could move Lord X's mouth, you could move Xeno's mouth. It's really not that hard. Also, there's a chow on this side. Oh my god, I know what that is! And after yeeting his microphone at Xeno, he just gets mad. Skill issue. I mean, you didn't try to dodge it. You just let it hit you. Why are you mad? And then our boys just chat about, oh, I don't think that was Sonic. Yeah, he might be a bit evil or something. But then, Xeno starts glitching everything and transports them to Imagine Sonic World. But, it's the real Crash Bandicoot! But then Snack tells him to turn around, and there's Madges wearing a big old jacket. Meaning he's really got his drip on. But our man player doesn't care, just wants to set Sock free. And with Madging be the ever-polite chap he is, replies with... Yeah, that. But then the convo shifts to...
If I beat you in a rap battle, You'll tell me where Tails is?
Oh, hell yeah, we're jamming it endless right now. That's pretty cool. Why does that just make it big? Also, we see these terrifying magified player girlfriend. I wish I could unsee that, but it's too late now. And Wujin finally shows us where Tails is after player wins. He was wearing him the whole time. And then with the power of screaming, he transports them to... What the hell is this place? That's supposed to be PC Port Green Hill? Why is it just grass? How do you get something so simple so wrong? What were they thinking? And player girlfriend go looking for Knuckles, aka the best character in the series, by the way, don't judge. But he's dead by the flight trap that, well, he wasn't in the blood. Okay, I kind of want to go on a tangent because this is kind of interesting. So in the version 2 update for versus Sonic EXE, in the updated Lord X stage, one of the flight traps is holding a sign saying, "We're not Knuckles." I don't know if this was a jab at GameToons or just a misconception people had before version 2, but if the versus EXE team intentionally took a jab at GameToons, that would be very funny. Anyway, back to Logic. At this point of the episode, I don't think players completely insane.
We're prey!
But then, the boy! Where's Chin? Where's this really cool Chin? Why did you remove his chin? But then player's like, yeah, we're smegged. But with some words of encouragement from girlfriend, he takes on X. I bet that sounds way more exciting than it actually is. After some antics, dude, he did the Sonic Adventure pose, I must clap! And he's doing the Sonic 1 pose. Dude, you are not Sonic, you are not him, and you will never be him. Stop trying to be him. You are not him. Also, I do like how X is drawn here. He just looks so funny. But who cares about that? Players saved today even though Knuckles and Tails are still dead. Wait. So the middle chunk of the episode was them looking for Tails and Knuckles. And when we eventually do see them, player just kills them without any remorse. And somehow, that kills X in the process. Man, he really is the bad guy, huh? But then, oh my god, it's Snooker. They up for a bit and the end. Next one! We begin with Zeno walking towards the portal. Okay. Cappy's closing his arcade because reasons. Player and girlfriend snuck in because something also reasons. And Zeno comes out of the arcade cabinet and eats it. Wait. He ate him? Oh. Oh, that's Vor.
We have to do something!
No, don't! Look!
Oh, great, we're already 1 minute in and we already got 2 fetishes in an episode. That's gotta be a world record. But players just cut less of evil-looking Sonic guy eat one of his friends. He needs to stop it with all that epic stuff. What?
Hey you there!
What?
A little help?
Oh.
We don't got much time!
It's the real Sonic!
Come on, girlfriend! We need some-
Okay, one thing I kind of forgot to mention. This episode was released when update 1.5 for Sonic EXE had come out, when my man Sunky was added. It could have been handled better there, but, oh well. I mean, they did it better in 2.5, but we all know how that went! So logically, we gotta make another one with Sunk! There's just one problem. They spec'd up his design so hard, and it's funny because Zeno is in the same episode and looks fine! Like, yeah, sometimes he's drawn a little fat. Sometimes. Why is Bro fat? Hell, I'd take it a step further and say I like how they drew him here. Especially this shot. He just looks so cartoonish, I love him. But Sunky? What happened? Like, seriously, why does he look like that? Why does he look- I got a bit carried away, sorry.
Evil Sonic can't tear holes through reality! And I bet someone else opened that door! And with Tails gone,
just
I only know one guy-
They go to- Holy Smegos! Is that chemical plant from the hit game Sonic 2? And guess who shows up? Yep. Dr. Eggman. The GOAT! Oh boy, everyone getting a Sonic lookalike confused with the real Sonic? What is this, Sonic Adventure 2?
And with the energy from this Friday Night Funkin'
Whoa, wait, but you can't say that! So they go on about, yeah, there's an evil Snoik and we need to stop him, Eggman. But Robotonic is hesitant at first. Until... Oh yeah, Robotnik had a Chaos Emerald, that might have been important. Yeah, Zeno ate it.
No, he's unstoppable!
He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that. I don't think he would do that. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you wrap my boy like that? What are you doing? Ah! And then Zeno eats girlfriend. Yay! I mean, no, how sad. I'm so sad. Oh yeah, he has wings. Sure, anything goes at this point. So player and suckers run until they're on the edge. Okay.
You really are stupid, Sunk.
Hop off my gun! No, please, no, please, no! And players just gives up. I mean, to be fair, you could have run away, but I'm not the content farm, so I don't make the rules. So yeah, player gets vored and ends up at Zeno's surprisingly empty stomach. I feel gross watching this. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the series. Rap battling just seems to solve everything. Yeah, it just solves literally every single problem you could imagine in the series. Oh really? Well, if my editing software is being dumb and I just rap battled it, would that fix it? Exactly. And to know what shock, we're on one! And we jam out to some sick beats and Snack is killed. Yay. Wait, no, come back!
Sonic EXE is gone.
For now.
This is now becoming a pattern. Okay, last episode, because I'm getting a headache. So, Sonic EXE version 2 was kind of a big deal when it came out. So many new songs and stuff. It was pretty damn epic when it came out. But nowadays there's plenty of other better EXE mods out there. And GameToons, presumably seeing dollar signs, thought it was time to capitalize. In the worst way possible. Okay, we need to talk about the thumbnail for this episode because it is something. This is the greatest thumbnail for a YouTube video in history. It deserves to be in an art museum or something, I don't know. Like, the yellow xenophanes with one missing ear, the mouth that's way too big, the indescribable blue background. It's so bad. The Sonic EXE version 2 episode of HE Logic is... You know what? No. I'm not even gonna give this episode the pleasure of an analysis. I'm just gonna go over everything wrong with it. Because how do you misinterpret a mod this badly? I don't understand. So, okay, so we got EXE, or Faker. Don't ask why he's on Angel Island and not the stage from the mod, I can tell you. And you think that, oh, he's just gonna be one out of the 3 EXEs like the first one. Well... yeah. EXE and Xenophanes. 2 characters that look very different from each other. Are the same character. I have no comment. I have no comment. And you'd think it wouldn't get any worse, right? Remember that yellow Xenophane from the thumbnail? That wasn't just a creative choice. That was an omen. Oh yeah, girlfriend becomes evil for like 2 minutes, and they don't really do much with that idea. But then, they end up in the Fleetway Supersonic stage. Xeno jumps in the Chaos Emerald Beam thing. And... let's see how fast you can really go. You win, GameToons. You've broken me. I'm speechless. What? So, what are my general thoughts on HE Logic? It sucks. Hard. It's boring, it's infuriating, it's visually poor, it's not funny, it's not fun, it's not good, it's bad. Why do my man sunk you to service? But at the same time, even though it's bad, I will take this series any day over any of the Content Farm slop videos they are uploading with little to no effort. How do you go from video games to Skibbity Toilet and Mr. Beast? I thought the end of this video was going to be really funny, but I'm just kind of sad, you know? Just seeing a channel once put some kind of effort into their content and build up a pretty big fan base, just to completely forget who their audience was because money is the only thing that matters, I guess. But do I think HE Logic will come back? Maybe. Considering that they made 2 episodes back in 2024, which I'm not talking about because I'm already broken, and the fact that the long-awaited Week 8 for FNF is on the way, I could see them doing Week 8 after it releases, if it ends up blowing up, which most likely it will. I could be wrong, obviously. But considering they did one for Smeg and Twiddlefinger, and Shin Sonic, who I'm pretty sure doesn't have an FNF mod, I kinda see them coming back for Week 8. I don't expect the entire series to come back, because that is very wishful thinking. But anything's possible. Now where's my Sonic Legacy episode, you smeghead?